What's up YouTube? It's Mike here with Grinding Gears Garage. We are sitting in my Ram 3500, just getting ready to pull it around back to do a delete kit, full exhaust. Have the tuner sitting right there. So we're gonna pull it around back. Just wanna do a little clip of what it sounds like in the cab with stock exhaust. Do a little driving. I'm gonna pull it around back so you guys can hear it. So we're just doing a little exhaust comparison. We're gonna go through doing the tune and then the exhaust. So we're gonna go for a little drive here so you guys can hear the stock exhaust. Obviously you probably know what it sounds like, just want to have a little sound bite for a comparison. So it's got a little bit of turbo noise, you can kind of hear it when you're getting on it, but it's not super crazy. We're hoping with this exhaust, it's a 5-inch Flow Pro with a muffler, so we're not hoping to go super loud. My last Dodge was actually straight piped, and it was obnoxious at times, especially on the highway, doing like 60, 70 miles an hour. So you can hear it's got a little note to it, but it's not crazy. It's pretty quiet. So we're gonna pull around here, do a little walk around of the truck so you guys can hear it idling in park, so you guys can hear what it sounds like. So this is still stock exhaust. Obviously you can hear the motor a lot more than you can hear the exhaust itself. I mean, it's all but silent, as you can hear. So we're gonna get everything set up, go ahead and take the old exhaust off and tune her. So we are inside my house right now actually. We are just updating the firmware on our Race Me tuner. It's a Race Me Ultra, and it comes with this little dongle here in the computer, so I can update the firmware. Most tuners have firmware attached to them. Race Me always updates theirs constantly, so this one was updated just about 2 months ago, 6/28/2016. You can't really see it on the screen, but we're going to update our firmware real quick before we go ahead and tune the truck. Before you tune yours, always check, make sure your firmware is the latest and greatest. They make changes and stuff throughout the years with the tuner, so you want to make sure you're up to date. So we're in progress of tuning right now. It's slowly working. On the newer Dodges, there's an ECM unlock. The Race Me tuner has it built in, so it's this little cable you route down here. You can see the plugs back there right behind your intake ram. The Race Me has it built in. There's a couple other tuners out there. They do not. You have to buy like a Bully Dog or something separately. So we're gonna go through the tuning process. Then once that's done, we're gonna slap the exhaust on. We wanna make sure this works before we go ahead and put the exhaust on, so you're not stuck having to put the exhaust back on. So we'll give you guys an update once the flash for the tune is done. Sorry if you can't hear me too well, they're cutting the grass next door. So this is our Flow Pro exhaust here. It is a 5-inch turbo back kit with a muffler. We wanted to run muffled so it's not so intense. So just some stuff we're pulling out of the box, some foam. There we go. So there she is. It's big, it's a big one. So this truck comes stock with 4-inch, some nice clamps. So this truck comes stock with a 4-inch, so this is going to be a nice upgrade. So here's the turbo V-band. It's a little oily from shipping, so we're going to clean that up. But it's a nice exhaust. They're actually made in Canada. I didn't know that, so at least it's not made in China. You know, it's decent quality. Welds look pretty nice on it. So we're going to get this all unboxed, cleaned up a little bit. It's a little oily. We're going to go check to see how the tune's going. So the tuning part's complete. We put the tuner in standby until after. We have a bracket made up actually. It's right here. I have to do some little work to it, but it's going to sit right in here basically under that plastic piece right here, and the tuner's going to bolt to it. I got to clean it up a little bit, but basically the tuner's going to sit here. I'm going to route the wiring. We're going to put the fog light switch under here and through, and I'm going to mount all of this up under here. The tuner doesn't have to be attached to the truck at all times. It's just pretty much used as a monitor from here on out. You can change the tuning on the fly with power levels. But the way I tuned it was it was 120. It goes 30, well, stock 30, 120, or 30, 60, 120, 240, or 180, 240. There's like 5 levels of power. So I just put it at 60 for now. I don't want to go too crazy with it. These trucks, when you really start putting power, can stretch the head studs, blow a head gasket. So I'm going to keep it low powered until I get head studs done in it, which will be another video probably next spring. So this is pretty much just to get rid of the DPF system, DEF fluid and all that. So first things first, we're going to remove this fender liner. Right on the other side here, you can kind of see it, is your turbo. So we're going to take out these couple bolts here on the inner fender, drop this down so we can get to the V-band, and then we're going to go down through and start disconnecting the exhaust down the rest of the truck. So what's nice about these trucks is they really don't have an inner fender metal wise. It's just that plastic one. So there you can see nice easy access to the V-band. We're actually going to leave the downpipe on and leave that for last. We're going to disconnect the rest of the exhaust first. So we disconnect that, everything's going to want to fall. So we're going to take care of some bolts underneath here, get some stuff set up. We'll crawl under the truck. So we're under the truck. You can see the downpipe right there. Comes down, meets one of the DPF filters, or the DPF filter. That's your muffler right there. So this is our first bolted joint here. There's 3 bolts with a 16 millimeter nut. They're actually studs. They're pressed into this side. So I'm gonna get a long extension and put the impact on the other side, break this loose, and then there's actually another section here you could break loose if you really wanted to, which we may do later once it's out from under the truck. And then there's a couple hangers here, there's another one down there, and a few more towards the back. We're gonna grab some WD-40 and spray these, because taking them on and off can be tough sometimes, especially when they're tight in against like that. So I got this first flange unbolted here. I had to break out a ratchet wrench for up top. I couldn't quite get it with the impact. But now we're gonna start unplugging sensors. There's one right here in your downpipe. The plug is right here on the frame. And there's a second one up here. Your DPF filter, the plug is right there on the frame. There's another plug here, which goes to a sensor here. Then there is, I believe, another one, which we'll get to a little further. And as you can see, there's sensors all the way down. So we're gonna go ahead and unplug those a while and get ready to unbolt this, and then go a little bit further down and unbolt the last flange. All right, so we got our exhaust and tune done on our Dodge Ram. It's been about a week. I had to cut the video short. I didn't have a chance to finish it, but I'll show you a little video clip of how the exhaust looks on the truck. As you can hear, it's actually fairly quiet, 5-inch. It does have a muffler, but still it's super quiet compared to my last truck. It's got a 120 horsepower tune on it with mild spool. I may adjust that slightly to get a little better fuel mileage down to the economy spool, but it runs great. It's extremely quick. I also adjusted the speedometer for the 35s. So my fuel mileage has like changed a bunch because it never was changed for 35s to begin with. So a few things are a little different. Just want to take you guys for a spin. We're gonna punch it a little bit here in a second when we hop on a little highway near us. We'll punch it for you guys so you can hear what it sounds like. I think it's fantastic. It runs a ton better. You know, the DEF fluid, it now reads empty all the time. I have none of that emissions crap. Hopefully PA doesn't ever have any emission laws, because then I have to take all of it off. So we're gonna go for a little spin here. I'll turn the camera back on when we're near some wide open terrain where I can really goose it. So you can see there is the new downpipe, 5-inch all the way back. We did have an issue fitting on the, see it there, still nice and shiny, stainless. We had a problem fitting on the tailpipe. You can see in the sound clip videos, It's currently just an over axle dump. I may just leave it that way. The tailpipe for some reason would not fit up far enough onto the axle crossover piece, so the tailpipe was actually hanging like way down here. So we may just leave it off. I might try and trim it to see if we can fit it a little bit better. But that's pretty much it. And we're really happy with this Flow Pro. Here is the exhaust at low idle. I'll pop into high idle here in a second. So here's high idle with the exhaust brake off. So this is high idle with the exhaust brake on. So we're just cruising here. I got both windows down. I mean, so you can kind of hear. I hear more tire noise honestly than I do exhaust. We got a nice little opening up here, so I'm really gonna roll into it. That was a nice like 30 to 100 roll there, like quarter mile maybe. Oh no, she hauls ass. I wasn't even into it all the way. No black smoke. If I really punch it and don't let the turbo spool, it'll roll black smoke, but you know, I really don't want that. You know, that's unburnt fuel. So I really like it. It rides fantastic. Give you guys a little sound bite. I mean, I honestly hear tire more than I do exhaust most of the time. So, fantastic tune and exhaust. I love it. The Race Me tuner was super simple. I'm buying a cluster, so it'll sit right here. I'm gonna wire it up permanently with the unlock cable so I can shift or tune on the fly. You know, if I want to goose it a little bit, I can crank that baby up. If I'm towing, you know, you want it lower so you're not blowing up transmissions. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll have a couple clips walking around the truck with it running so you can hear what it sounds like compared to stock. I'll have a little clip underneath the truck, see what it looks like. So thanks for watching, guys. We just passed 400 subscribers, which is fantastic. We've only been out at it for about 8 or 9 months, so super happy. Have about 50,000 views, which is awesome as well. Don't forget to check out the Facebook page. I'll answer any questions there. It's way easier to communicate, so toss us a like there. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button on this video. So we should be getting back at it with more videos over this winter. Crazy couple months. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, thanks for the support. And you know, it's Grinding Gears Garage. Thanks for watching.